Today's walk is through the Chatsworth Estate to Chatsworth Edge. It is late October and the trees in the estate are in their best autumn colours, but today the mist is down. Welcome to the Gritstoneedge Walking Podcast. Chatsworth is the most southerly of the edges on the east of the Peak District, not long in length but high crags set amongst the trees. The edge lies within the Chatsworth Estate. This walk climbs up through the estate woods, walks along the top of the edge, and descends through the lower fields of the estate. I am here on a misty autumn day at the end of October. It shouldn't really be too busy today, and I've chosen to park in the large estate car park, £5 for the day. From the car park by Chatsworth House, I follow the roads on the west side of the house towards the woods. I walk around the kids area, then follow the track around to the right at the back of the sawmill. This is a wide track and used by the estate vehicles, so be careful. Keep going along the track until the third turning on the left, which is about 1 kilometre along the track and nearly at the end of the woods. Here I turn left and walk uphill via the zigzags to get to the higher level of the estate. Take the first left to walk along north through the woods at this higher level. The track through the wood reaches the hunting tower. The hunting tower was built to give a view over the estate, especially on shooting days. Now the tower is available to rent as a self-catering venue with a great view. It's well worth walking around the tower and look at the view over the Peak District here, especially as the walking has been in the trees so far. The way to Chatsworth Edge is to continue north along the track, but it's worth a detour to see the impressive Emperor Lake. This lake is surprisingly large given the location at the top of the estate, and really impressive on this misty autumn day. From Hunting Tower, continue along the road north past the timber operations to a wall. A stile down to the left allows the walker to cross the wall. This is Dobbs Edge on the left of the wall. It's not really an edge, there's no real edge here, more rocks and boulders. The estate has marked out a permissive path that goes along the top of Dobbs Edge down to the Coll before continuing along Chatsworth Edge. Here I continue along the top edge before making my way downhill to the Coll before Chatsworth Edge. There's a wall just before the Coll which is crossed by a stile. I'll return to this Coll on the way back before descending into the fields of the estate. From the Coll, Chatsworth Edge is northwards and uphill, where I reach another wall and a stile. This time the estate directs you to a small path along the top of the edge, and there's a number of signs which should keep the walker on the correct path, although I mistakenly climbed right and found myself on the side of one of the fields above the edge. The higher cliffs of Chatsworth Edge are at the north end of the edge, and it's well worth peering over the edge to see the height, or rather the drop, of Chatsworth Edge. Much of this edge is surrounded in trees and hidden from all around. The rock has a green or even red dirty look to it, especially in winter or today after this long period of rain. Following the path along the top, eventually the walker reaches a prow at the northern end, where the path starts to descend steeply and muddily to eventually meet the A621. There's a good view north to the trees around Birchen Edge, which looks spectacular in this autumn mist. Here it's time to turn round, and as usual it's time to get out the coffee and sit and look at the view. To return to Chatsworth House, the walker must retrace their steps along the top of Chatsworth Edge to the Coll between this edge and Dobbs Edge. Once at the wall, turn right and walk down the field to reach a path at the bottom and a gate just before some more trees. Through the gate and follow the track through the sparse woodland that descends to one of the main estate tracks. There's a herd of red deer on the estate, and these deer can often be seen in this woodland. Today they were sheltering from the rain under a tree near to the track, but dispersed when I walked towards them. These deer are timid creatures and will run away from people, but I wouldn't want to upset the stag with the large antlers in the rutting season. When the main estate track is reached, climb over the fence and return left and follow this back to the car park through the fields of the estate. This area can be very busy in prime holiday time, but today there are very few people about and I largely had the walk to myself. But even on a wet Monday at the end of October, the car park was busy. Thanks for listening to this Gritstone Edge walking podcast. This has been an interesting walk through the Chatsworth Estate and along Chatsworth Edge. The autumn colours make for great views, although covered in mist on my visit today. Hope this has inspired you to get out and onto the hills and moors of the Peak District. Details of this and many other walks are at the site gritstoneedge.co.uk. Until next time, bye and enjoy the outdoors.